Hey guys, Xlice here. It is 4 a.m. July 17th, just a day and a half after 1.4 release. So I just finished the 1.4 Wuling questline, and we unlocked both of the new regions, the Yingling Pass and the Exclusion Zone. So you guys can see here, Yingling Pass is how much I've unlocked so far, and then Exclusion Zone, also this is how much I've unlocked so far. There are some spots that I haven't unlocked yet. We just want to get into this right away. With that done, I jumped right into the factory to get the bare minimum setup for the new PYRROLITE components. These are the juicers that we really want right here for the new gear sets. Right now, we're making a quick video to explain everything, and the blueprints for my PYRROLITE component is available for you guys to use for free. So NAEU codes as usual. Would really appreciate if an Asian frog could copy this over. There's only one new blueprint for PYRROLITE components for now. You guys can see here, it's called 1.4 Pyro. So down the line, I will optimize everything again and give you guys a full space-efficient mega-based blueprint setup for the entirety of Wuling. So make sure to sub to get notified when that video drops, and drop a like if these blueprints help you out. For Asia Frogs, bear in mind there are a lot of small pieces, so just try your best to follow along. The best that I can do right now is probably to remove the UI as much as possible here and just show you guys exactly what it looks like here. This is what it's looking like. And if it helps you guys out here, let me go ahead and preview the blueprint itself. So from top down, it's the middle side, bottom side. And just so you guys can see stuff right now, everything is basically clogged. Being backed up is better than not being backed up. So yeah, we're chilling. AIC report with the amount of production that we have right now is not bad. I've had this running for a while. I'm not going to delete it because honestly, it's so dizzy setting this up. Okay, so as you guys can see, if you guys were looking at this, this is like, I would say minimum optimized for PYRROLITE components. I doubled up on some of the copium to help produce a little bit faster, just one extra line. But all of this is effectively what we need to get here, right? So this gear component is producing PYRROLITE. It's kind of crazy. Like this is what gas does. Like I haven't even optimized a lot of it. Some of this can be more optimized, but this is the important thing, right? This gas dispersing unit. It's the main reason why we're able to even make this. So this is a highly specific area, by the way. If you move it out, you can see which things are affected. So like you can't do like a shear knife pylon where you just clip it by the edge, right? It has to be fully immersed in it, which is kind of insane. Anyways, as you guys can see, we have a solid pieces here. We have a liquid, we have water, and also the other stuff, and then we have gas, right? We have the, what's it called? The energen, and then we also have shearogen naturally, and also we can create it ourselves. So I'll get into that in a second. Major things you guys need to unlock. I kind of just randomly did this, but I would say the most important stuff to get here is this. This was the thing. It's gas reaction, okay? We need this to make PYRROLITE gas. It's the most important product out of all of this. So with your first little pieces here, go ahead and get down to here. As you can see where it is, right? ASA 3. This is the most important thing to get. Once you get this, you should be able to get most of the other stuff. You might need some other like gas extraction, things like that. But yeah, that's the most important thing. Okay, so after that, let's do gas extractor, okay? So most important stuff to get here. This is where the base is. It's in Yingling Pass. By default, the tutorial, when you go through it, will have you unlock this one. This one's the closest one. It's very easy. So what I really like about this feature, by the way, is I'm going to go TP here for a second. I'll show you guys. So they made a quality of life improvement. Okay. This is connected already. But basically, if you just start the connection here, you can hold the connection. You can TP to your base. I'm just going to demonstrate this. Okay. This will reset the conduit connection. So I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to TP into my base. Super cool like this. And as you guys can see, the straight line distance of the conduit is still there. So this is very important because you no longer need to walk to it. And this works for anything that involves conduits. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this again. You guys can see where it's disconnected here. I'm going to plug it in. All right, boom. So this works for basically anything. Most important things that you probably care about, water, right? And acid. So any of these liquids, very important. Okay, so you're gonna get the gas extractors here. This one's gonna be the main one that I got. And then the other important one is the only one that's a natural shearogen. I don't know how to pronounce it. There might be more spots naturally that occur, but from what I found, at least from the bare minimum unlocks, this is the only natural one. This one's blue. So we made it. This is the only natural green region, at least very immediately when you unlock it. And you guys can notice how often they come. This is once per 6 seconds. and this is once per 3 seconds. And the reason is because the purity. So one's low purity, one's high purity. So you can connect it to one, right? This single one is gonna get, we have 1 per 3 and 1 per 6. So basically 1 per 3, right? That's basically what we're getting. It's 1 per 3. And if you take a look at my actual base here, we have a single connector here. This is the only one that's doing the natural one, okay? And why does this work? Because we are going to be using all into here. And it's bare minimum. As you guys can see, I'm bare minimum here. 1 per 3 is 20 units per minute. So it's exactly the right amount to have all of these barely functioning. All right, this is very important for this production right now. This is barely hanging on. We might be able to optimize this a little bit more with high purity, but right now this is exactly what we want here. And my research level for this is level 17. I don't know what it is. This is just what I have right now. It seems to me that 21 is probably a major milestone, right? Mineral purity increase here. So yeah, and this is the North Wuling exclusion zone. That's exactly the region where the green one is. It might improve. If it does, great. We can probably use it extra more. But this is how it is. So if you guys can take a look here, the minimum amount for this to work is 6 units per minute. So 1 per 10 seconds. So with 1 per 3 seconds here, naturally, it can split into 3, exactly 3. So that's what we need in this build. Okay, so next things that you're gonna need, the minute that you unlock this area, we do want these following upgrades. Double area expansion and 1 Wuling bus. As you can see, that's all we're using here. All right, so this is the space that we're working with. And I have my setup down here. If you guys are curious how I set it up, you guys can see here. I put everything in this bottom corner. Honestly, it doesn't matter how you do it. And I put my AIC in this bottom right, and it's connected to this area, which I'll show you guys next. Okay, so after that, this area has both a water connection and an acid connection. So like normal, just start setting these up. You only need 2 fluid pumps for this. So do it however you want to. Inlet, you can just connect it, TP over, and then connect it, very simple. And then here, we only need 1 acid. I set up 2, but we only need 1 acid. So just have that one. So that's really all you need. And of course, you need the Shearonite pylon, right? As you guys can see here, this pylon is in range of the AIC. So it's perfect. So let's break down what the hell's going on. Let me just show you guys. This is very simple now. I don't think I need to go through this because you can TP now and hold the thing. The 2 water spots are here and here. If I zoom out here, you guys can see it. Water spot here, and then water spot here. Acid spot is right here. And then the blue cotton candy is right here. And then green cotton candy is right here. So those are the only things. Everything else should be pretty self-explanatory, just making sure. We have 4 water spots here. So this water is going to be connected to this and this. This water spot be this and this. Sorry if my explanation is not super clear. I'm super tired. It's almost 4 a.m. But yeah, this should be very, very solid. 3 per minute is pretty good. Okay, so let's explain everything and why this shit is so fucking complicated, okay? This shit is complicated because of the following things, all right? The beginning is here, all right? This motherfucker, this is the only way that we can get PYRROLITE gas, and we need an accurate environment for it. So accurate environment is done by this little gas dispersing unit, and how you do this is you need the gas version of acid to put into here, and then it changes this region. So there's a lot of optimization that can be done here. You can notice that this is 30 units per minute. Minimum it's needed is 6. So it's 1/5 of the current. It's crazy, right? The end game factory could be pretty juiced right now. And we have this right now. How do you make the acid gas here? Turn liquid acid into acid. How do you do that? You need liquid Shearonite. So I needed to make the reactor crucible for liquid Shearonite here. I had to pump that in. All right, so that's why we got this. And then for the actual PYRROLITE gear, we need heavy Shearonite. Very important thing to notice, guys. I am overusing my copium ore and my Shearonite, but that is okay. If you guys are finding yourself, oh, I don't have enough resources, just go to your old shit and start cutting it down. Just like stop the production. Because right now, this is the most important thing. You guys notice right now, I have not even filled this up because it's maxed out. This one I'm trying to work on right now. But yeah, look at all my goods. We're basically maxed out. Max Sheara, maxed heavy, max Yadrin syringe. So that's how we're doing right now. So next thing to talk about is gas. Gas is annoying. We have 3 solid gas transmuting units here. This is important. So one of the gas transmuting units is in reverse. So by default, they are in gasify mode, but you can switch this over, right? I just put that over really quick, but I'm just showing you guys, right? There's a gasify and solidify, just switch them over. You need one that's solidifying the PYRROLITE gas into PYRROLITE itself. You need one that is, this is kind of like Inception really quick. You are using Shearogen, and then you're converting Shearonite into Shearogen because this guy up here needs more Shearogen. This is 1 per 2 seconds. It's way faster than what you can naturally produce. So your natural production one, the one that you get from the pumps and stuff, the gas extractors, is for the solid gas transmuting units. Okay, this one's converting this to copium gas. The copium gas is being used to form heatonite gas. Heatonite gas gets converted to pyrrolite gas. You can see the whole drill. All right. So the formula for these gets also kind of fucking complicated. Okay, there are multiple ways to do this. So if I take a look here, let me just show you how dizzying this gets. Okay, pyrrolite gas. This is what we want. Okay. There are multiple formulas for all of this shit, okay? So heatonite gas, there's a stable environment version, which uses half of these, which we'll optimize later. But look at all this shit, man, okay? So for the gas reactor globe, you can make stuff in the reverse order as well. So for heatonite gas, I did copium gas. You can do liquid copium, okay? And then liquefy it with fluid to gas transmutation. So there's multiple ways to do this, and it's kind of disgusting, right? You can make heatonite first and then do solid gas transmutation. Same thing. It eventually ends up in the same spot, but right now we're doing with this. Okay, so I just wanted to nerd out a little bit for you guys, but overall, that's all you guys really need to know. All the other bases have not been changed. If you need to take a look at my 1.2 build, 1.2 is still the same as before. 1.2 should be updated. I will have a fully optimized, eventually, mega base for the entirety of Wuling. Give me some time. It will take some time to produce. I'm gonna nerd out a little bit and see how space efficient we can make this shit. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this production. I'm also dead tired. But as you guys can see, pretty good production right now. We are finalizing at 3 per minute. Which is pretty good, because usually with the parts we're doing like 1.5 per minute. 3 per minute is good. Hope you guys enjoy the blueprints. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hope you guys are enjoying 1.4, and we have a lot of stuff to do. Okay, a lot of stuff to do, but we will slowly get to it. First, this is the most important thing. Get this on your build right away so you can use the PYRROLITE components to make the gear. Afterwards, keep letting it produce, and eventually when you have like 50k in stock, you can stop the production and we'll move to the final optimize. So I'm going to assume, right, first do this first. Very important, okay? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope this helps, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.